And see, that's where it all starts. It starts in the invisible. That's where it starts. It starts on the metaphysical plane, and then through the process of, it's like a dialectic osmosis through the consciousness and through the behavior and through the energy and the vibration, electricity, and the consciousness then becomes physically manifest. But it begins. So I'm pointing at the head, and then the head is the brain, and the brain is simply the electronic hardware for the metaphysical existence, the mind. So we may sometimes think of the mind and the brain as the same. They're not the same. They are related, but they're not the same. The mind would be the software, and the brain would be the hardware. So we both know that software without hardware cannot manifest anything in the three-dimensional space, right? Past, present, future, right? Three-dimensional space, the past, future, the present, three different dimensions of time, three dimensions of time. It's like morning, afternoon, night, three dimensions. Just like wake state, dreaming state, and deep sleep state. Three different states of consciousness. But it's all consciousness. So, Simsima, you got the keys to my bimmer. What bimmer? The bimmer in my dreamer. Oh, so in other words, on the dream platform, dream level, that is the metaphysical space. Mind you, I also want to say this, that the software is larger than the hardware, larger and a higher frequency of energy than the physical. Physical, the molecules that manifest our physical existence are moving at a different vibratory rate than the metaphysical. Okay, so the metaphysical is moving at a greater vibratory speed, at a higher current of electricity, and it's more subtle simultaneously. So it's more subtle, less visible, partially visible, symptomatically visible, but not physically visible. For though the skull can be split open and you can physically see and touch the brain, you cannot physically see and touch the mind. In the mind is my bima. So if I can see the bima in my mind, process of conscious and subconscious digestion of the concept, the idea, then by the manifestation of the superconscious mind, the God mind, things are manifest. So one may query this and say, then that means that the manifestations of evil in the world are God's manifestations. And the answer is yes. That's very, very, very uncomfortable to fathom. But everything comes from consciousness, the good and the bad. Everything has one source. There are not many sources. There is the source. There are, well, we could say, demi sources, semi sources, tiny sources, sorcerers, right? Could say that, sure, and still say that the mind is one. Because ultimately, think about it, the energy comes from the energetic. The energetic is the source of the energy. That is from where the energy comes from the energetic. So the energetic being infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom, infinite intelligence, universal intelligence, causeless intelligence, timeless consciousness, timeless consciousness. Sim Sima, put the keys to my bimmer. What bimmer? The bimmer and my dreamer. Get on.
We look at our children and we think they're killing each other. Because we never believe, never conceive, never relieve. Same old shit after 4 centuries. How many times you gonna fall for the same shit? How many times you gonna fall for the same? They're not killing each other. How many times fall in the same hole? How many times you gonna bang and hit the same wall? How many times you gonna hit to the same rock? How many times you gonna they're committing suicide. How many times do we have to die? Before we say that this is the watch our children suicide. Singing minority gonna do what we got to do. Ain't no such thing as a bloodless revolution. That's an illusion.